Fame is a cage, and for the most elite, top of the food chain fighters, that cage is locked tight from the outside.
Man, you got skinny, bro. Good damn greyhound.
You told me, man, you said, as I lose weight, my teeth get bigger.
Yeah. My teeth and my chin, bro, they stay the same size.
That's the funniest shit I think I heard that year.
And where are the black ones, right?
No idea.
In the final hours before the fight, we get a glimpse into Urijah Faber's life, his mind working on 1,000 different levels, constantly juggling priorities.
What was the first fight that you can remember watching and saying, I can do this, well, I can do that?
I remember watching the first UFCs when it first came out in 94, 95, and I've always had kind of an unrealistic, looking back at it, idea that I could beat up anybody. And I remember as a little kid thinking that I could, if I really had to, I could take out these teenagers that were, at this pool and stuff like that. So I remember watching like all the big sumo fight the guy in the gi with the guy with the one glove, and I was thinking, man, I'd love to do this someday. Of course, at that time I'm not full grown and had no idea, what kind of size I'd be looking at when I became an adult. But it was something that I thought, dude, I'd love to do this someday. And we watched all the UFCs back in the day.
For a man whose dream it was to grow up and be in the UFC, he takes every distraction in stride, with a sense of fun and purpose.
All your years of experience, still knocking over the lights.
Lifted up my foot, I didn't take it down the knee. That's okay back there. Good. Hold it.
As a kid, you played football, you wrestled. I mean, was there ever a sport that you tried that you weren't necessarily good at? Because you're pretty athletic.
Yeah, I played a lot of sports growing up. Football was my main sport. All growing up was my favorite sport. I played some roller hockey and some track. I played basketball a little bit. We didn't have a wrestling team, so I played in junior high. I played basketball, and I wasn't great at that. I wasn't terrible, but it was one of those things like you need to put in some time and effort, and I just figured, hey, I might as well go out for the team, So I wasn't the best basketball player, but I could make some shots.
Nice.
Actually, I think he was talking about me. Thanks for waiting.
At times, it is easy to see Urijah slipping away into his own head, a learned skill I've seen in other great fighters to give themselves a break from whatever is going on around them. But re-engaged, the ex-champ slides back into the role of a star and is exactly who we expect him to be.
Did any of you guys see the video I did with the zombie?
I did. I liked it.
I didn't see what it was.
He had no idea what he was saying.
Captain Save a Hole.
I am Captain Saberhole.
So, did you always like the name Urijah, or was there at some point where, you're like, yeah, I want to be Joe, or because I think it's pretty badass?
My name is something that's different, and I think I've always enjoyed that. I've never really met another guy named Urijah until recently. Of course, there's a lot of little kids named Urijah these days. I meet them all the time. But no, man, I've always liked the fact that my name has been different, and people thought it was a really cool name. Who knows if it were on someone else, they may not have thought it was that cool. But I did the name okay, and so it's a name throughout history that has a great meaning and has a cool story behind it in the Old Testament. Urijah was a mighty warrior, and I like the history of the name.
Away, away.
Away rode the rebel Johnny Yuma. Johnny Yuma was a
The amount of public relations these fighters endure is mind-blowing. But like someone once said about movie stars, they don't get paid to act, they get paid to promote. And the promotion is never ending.
He got fighting mad, this rebel lad. He packed no star as he wandered far, where the only law was a hook and a draw. The rebel, Johnny Yuma. Johnny Yuma was a rebel. He rode through the West. Did Johnny Yuma, the rebel.
Hey, get up.
When Urijah is in his natural state, it's in front of 1,000 flashes. Business is business.
You're a fighter, but you're also a fantastic business person. Is that something you planned on doing with the money you made from fighting, or did it just happen?
The whole business side of things really just happened for me. I've had a mentality of, I can do anything. I've never put limitations on myself, and it's just a way of thinking, I think, that has allowed me to do a lot of stuff in the business world. Because if I feel like I have a good idea, then I'll run and try to make it happen and work hard at it and find, complementary partners and stuff like that. So that's kind of how the business side of things has happened for me. The gyms, management, clothing, real estate. It's just saying, this seems like it might be an opportunity and not being afraid to go after it. And, I think fear is a lot of times what stops people from doing things, worrying about failing and worrying about security and, worrying about how they're going to do things. And my thing is just to go do it. And it's not always the most organized, but it gets the job done.
Here come old flat top, he come grooving up slowly. He got juju eyeball, he want holy roller. He got hands down to his knees. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please.
What is it about fighting that you love the most?
I don't know what it is I love about fighting in particular. There's just something about the one-on-one competition. It's like the rawest form of competition, and I like the fact that I get to decide my own fate. And the most important part about being a professional fighter for me is the lifestyle I get to live. I mean, I get to have a lifestyle around things that I love. I get to, hang out with my buddies. I get to train all day, and I get to go to other fights and watch things happen and meet cool people. So the coolest thing about being a fighter and actually doing it for a living is the lifestyle that comes along with it.
Nice.
To be a coach, training partner, and fighter, it's all just a part of who Urijah Faber is, who he has chosen to be.
I could transform, yeah. No, I can't dance, but I could dance on, yeah. Swiss on the beat, Chris, move your feet. And baby, I could transform you, him to a me. I could change your life, make it so new. Make you never wanna go back to the old you. So rock and lime, give it a little time. And she gon' transform like Optimus Prime. Need a ride, I can range you up, money I can take.
Is the way that you deal with a loss as a fighter different than the way you deal with it as a coach if you're trying to help somebody else through that loss?
As far as dealing with wins and losses and being in a coaching situation, I'm a team leader. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily the head coach. I'm a guy that has led by example and built a team and like a whole body of resources that allows for a team to have success. So I lead by example on winning and losing, and more than the win-loss is how you perceive things. And it would be terrible to have your life be up or down depending on whether you've won or lost. So I try to lead by example in the fact that life doesn't necessarily revolve around winning and losing, but you really can, have a great time when you're winning. So it's one of those things where I've built a family setting, and in a healthy family and a great family, you stick together in wins and losses, and life isn't up and down because of a win and loss. You have support, you have good things that happen, outside of the fight world, and that's what really we built with this team. You still have all your friends, you still have a lifestyle that you love to do, you still have opportunities to make money, and when people realize that, it allows for them to let loose and go for broke when they're fighting.
Some moments seem impossible for Faber, but that's just in my head. He is fine. Cutting weight, dealing with all that comes from the mental fatigue, Urijah is a rock.
And this is cool if I finish the film, just a bunch of B-roll and all that stuff. Perfect.
It's me who begins to question this process.
Run down. I've been lied to. I don't know why. Let that mean woman make me.
And finally, do you love fighting just as much now as the first time you stepped into the cage?
I definitely love fighting as much as the first time I stepped in the cage, but it's definitely changed also. It's again, you grow over the years and you realize what it is about the sport that you love. I just knew that I wanted to do it. I knew that I would be good at it, and I didn't really think of why. And over time, I've gotten more appreciation for the lifestyle that I get to live, the perks of winning, and the knowledge that you learn from losing, and things like that. So I feel like my fighting and my life are at a point right now where it has more purpose, and I'm not just following it because I want to do it. It's something that I love to do, and I see a lot of different opportunities spring off of it, opportunities for other people, ways that I can help up-and-coming fighters with my knowledge and about making my name in the sport and building a tradition and adding to my credentials and all these different things that become part of my goals and part of what I look forward to, rather than just the fact that, man, that sounds like fun, I want to go out there and fight. And that's what it kind of started at, and I've learned from it, and I love it.
Hookah chaka, hookah, hookah, hookah chaka, hookah, hookah, hookah chaka, hookah, hookah, hookah chaka, hookah, hookah.
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright. I'm hooked on a feeling.
The fans love Urijah, and he loves them back. No one is turned away. Late for the weigh-ins makes no difference. In the last hours before the battle, I guess it's all just a part of the job.
Got it?
It seems undeniable that Urijah Faber will become champion again. Everything he does, everything he is, seems to have champion branded on it. Being a fighter may be a lonely life for some people, but for the few superstars in this young sport, loneliness is a luxury they do not have. Press, fans, friends, it's unending and relentless. But it is the business. The only time they are truly alone is in the cage.